Hey, everybody. You're watching Inspire TV, and we are sitting with.
Rebecca Inspires is your girl here, CEO and founder of Inspire Atlanta, and we are happy to be with y'all today.
Positive Lifestyle, also unpopular here with Inspire TV. And we figured it's time to reconvene the session and just talk about everything that has been going on. I mean, my girl been busy. She's been doing her thing. She's been building the community. And I'm gonna let her talk. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Well, a lot's been going on. So the intention is to catch y'all up today and let you know. Make sure you're in the loop and know what's coming and what has been happening. And my life has been a whirlwind.
Yes.
Lately, it's like God is guiding right now. And as I go through my own challenges, I have had a lot of blessings in between and have been focusing on those small wins. So some of those wins, I don't know if I would call them that small. They're pretty big. Being nominated for Faces of the City, which is just wild. So many emotions flew through me when I learned I was a nominee. That really helped me reflect on what I've done because I didn't feel worthy in the beginning, but I had to really stop and think like you are worthy. So I do
Right.
feel worthy, and I just have so much more work to do. Like we got a lot to do,
Right.
and I think that that's where it came from because I'm like I'm really just getting started. That's how I feel.
What was that experience like? What was that experience like?
For Faces of the City,
Yeah, like
oh my gosh, it was amazing. It was like there are so many amazing people in the room. It was quite the honor, to be honest, to be around so many intelligent and just powerful people in their own right and being able to know that I'm here with them. I have a seat at the table. Like I am doing what my purpose is. I'm doing what I'm meant to do.
right.
It just was amazing. We had a message from the mayor. The food was catered. I believe it was Chef Willie. The food was amazing. Some of the best food, y'all. Some of the best catered food I think I've ever had. Like ever. Everything was so good. Shout out to Shavon at Atlanta Constituent Services.
Nice.
She put all of that together. It's the very first award ceremony for the city of Atlanta. It'll be annual, so definitely stay tuned for more. And I really love what the city is doing, what the mayor's doing.
For people that may be ambitious, even to be nominated, even on any level in this case, like, is there a criteria base that? Because I mean, at some point, I'm gonna win an award myself.
Period.
You feel me?
Period. Positive lifestyle.
But but I just so I could be aware, like, you know what, I'm gonna work on this and I'm gonna work on this because I have a general template that I can work off of, so I can ensure that I'm gonna win that award. Like,
Yes.
yeah, is there something that they were looking for?
They definitely did their research, which was stated when I believe it was Shavon got on the mic. I don't they wanted to make sure they're picking people who are actually doing the work. I
Doing
don't
some
want to
work.
say
I got
there's
you.
something specific, but just in looking at your impact in the community or for whatever category you were nominated for, making sure that you are doing the work.
Right.
So if you do the work and it shows, then you have an opportunity to be nominated. There were at least, man, if I had to guess, maybe 50 people there.
Okay.
So it wasn't like it was small. And there
Right.
was one winner for each category, which I think was amazing.
Okay.
So I think that that's great that there are so many nominees. It leaves a lot of opportunity for people to,
To give some recognition and not
yes,
be confined to one or two categories where 100 people got to compete for. You at least got a 50, well, I won't say 50-50 chance, but you know what
something
I
like
mean.
that.
Yeah, exactly. You have a higher chance rather than it being five. You know, you have 45 more chances to actually get
Yes,
nominated. So
which
that's
I
dope
love that.
that you got
Yes,
nominated.
I
And I
know.
ain't no
Thanks,
telling how
y'all.
many people in the city. You feel me?
I don't even. I mean, so a few people did tell me that they nominated me, which is amazing. I just want to say thank you to whoever nominated me. Shout out to Daryl, my mentor. He's been my mentor for a long time, so I know he's probably one of the first people to nominate me. But I'm just so grateful for all of you nominating me. It means the world to me. So I hope that you know how grateful I am for your support.
So from the spinoff from that, like, what are some of the other
Whew.
things that have, have came since this all started?
Oh my gosh, for the nomination?
Yeah, just in general, just give us the spill, give us
Oh
the
my
reels. What's
gosh.
the flow? Because you were flowing for a second that I knew I was like, you know what, I gotta let her just go do her thing because of the way things have been moving steadily consistently, and you've been efficient in executing
Yes.
that. So you got to bring everybody up to date.
Oh my gosh, that is there's it just goes and goes and goes. I'm constantly going.
Right.
Constantly. There's so much change and discomfort and fear like that I'm constantly overcoming. My goodness. So that was probably the biggest win, I'd say, but not the only win. Now I'm trying to think like
Just being humble. I know.
I did get to I did get to meet the mayor, which was amazing. He is so kind and just friendly and just warm. And it was an honor to meet him. So I have to shout out some of my business partners. Oh my gosh, I have a lot of business partners, y'all. I am all about collaboration. There is no competition, there is collaboration. That is my motto. So shout out to Byron, Doc Holliday, Ryan Love, Joshua with Fourth House
Yes.
Creatives
Yep.
or Fourth House Creates. Of course, Byron. I'm not sure if I said that already. I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anyone. I feel like I am. And Ronald with Afro Retta. They're amazing. Through partnering with them and working with them, we have been able to come together, bring our resources and the things that we have together to
Right.
create even more resources for the people in Atlanta. So with that, I was honored to become the media and community partner for Fourth House Creates,
Nice.
which led me to meeting the mayor with Joshua. Shout out to you,
Nice.
Joshua. You be working.
Yeah, you rock. You
You
rock.
rock. You coolest, the coolest. Okay. But it's amazing. It's Atlanta Community Media. Check them out on Instagram, and they're bringing back Channel 24, which is live TV. So I have the opportunity to bring people in and give them opportunity. Not just people. We really want to inspire the youth as well to come in and be creative and host a slot on live TV. There'll also be a YouTube stream. So it's just an amazing opportunity to inspire the city through media and bringing back the initiative for Channel 24. So
Right.
that's just another honor just through knowing people and just, being myself. So that was another win. I feel really good about it.
Absolutely.
Everything's a work in progress. Just we're gonna see both of us, y'all. We
It's definitely some in the works. Can't divulge it all.
can't divulge at
You know what I'm
all.
saying? Some things we have to keep exclusive for those in the immediate so that when we bring things out to the public, what I'm saying, we can make sure that the impact is proper and that is, forthgoing with our agenda. And
Yeah.
what we're attempting to do
Yeah.
is to inspire Atlanta, as the name says in itself.
Yes,
So what are some
yes.
some things that we got brewing? I'm gonna let her tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? What we
Well,
got brewing coming up
we got
next.
some things. We've been wanting to take our time with things. So, an event series is the goal to have a series of events that are tailored to the city of Atlanta to bring about inspiration in different ways. Inspiration in different ways with the goal of connection and people being able to come together and connect genuinely in safe settings, but different settings. So, of course, we already have our networking event.
Yes, Bloom
Yes,
Bar
Bloom Bar. Shout out to Bloom Bar. It's every third Thursday. I'm sorry, every last Thursday
of the month.
of the month
Of the month.
from
Yep.
6 to 10. Very classy. So far, we are on, this will be, our next one will be our fifth one.
It would be the fifth one. You know what I'm
And
saying?
every
And
time.
we generally get new people each time. That has been beautiful. Would love for just to see the totality of everybody that has attended. Maybe we should do that for say June. If you've ever been to Bloom Bar networking event with Inspire Atlanta from the time that it started, let's try to make June the one where everybody comes.
That'd be dope.
Everybody, if you've attended, you know, you should come to this one so that way we can really start locking in the connections and begin to network, figure out how I can utilize your resources for what I'm trying to do and how basically like a bartering of service, if you will.
Yeah.
And really develop this cultural aspect, grassroots in Atlanta, where it's not just a quick flip hustle thing,
Yeah.
but we're actually instilling infrastructure.
Yeah. Building connections.
The key word, we're building infrastructure.
Yes.
So that way we become the first point of contact for business services that we need within our own community versus trying to outsource it. Message. Let's go.
Yes, message. I have to say, for our Bloom Bar networking event, I am seeing people coming together, talking about their projects that they're working on after meeting a few times,
Right.
pulling out their cameras and videos. I'm sorry, cameras and I say videos, but cameras.
Yeah, still the same.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. Cameras to record content, do mini panels. I'm starting to see people coming together and actually doing work at the events
I saw that.
from meeting people through the events.
Right.
And I got feedback that it was someone felt like it was more of a social, like a social event, which was interesting to me because the whole point of this networking event is to build community. So the goal is that everyone comes and meets people and it becomes something comfortable.
Right.
So when you come, you know everyone, and you
Right.
can. It's a continuation. So if you're partnering, it's a great time to have a quick meeting, or meet some new people who can come in and help mingle around and see. Hey, we're working on this. Let's see if we can find someone here
Right.
to, and it becomes something powerful. So if you're new coming into that, I can see how you could feel like it's like a social club and everybody knows everybody. But I want that for everyone.
Right. Well,
Like,
I think the general idea is it comes with the best practices. Of course, when you come in, you see people chatting. It will be part of the social aspect, but this is where you're getting to learn the actual CEO of that company. You don't get an opportunity to speak to any other CEO on a certain level at any time being an average person walking in.
that's true.
You're coming in speaking to the actual company owner.
Yeah.
If we look at it in that aspect, and you're asking or communicating in ways of how can I connect with you to build our infrastructure to where we become the top tier CEOs and we running these large companies.
Yes.
So this is the grassroots part to that, and I think that a lot of times when people, oh yeah, we're having a networking event, it's more we it's like a tag game. Oh, I'm gonna say my business, here's my business card, and then I'm moving on. When that's not really the networking part. At
And
some point in time, in some aspect, what we're tending to do, no, sit down, have
yes.
a conversation, get to
Yes.
know the personality, and learn the way they do business and how it can correlate. Because if we never had that conversation, then I may not ever want to do business with you.
There's no intent, there's
There's
no
no
intention, and
right,
there's no genuine connection. So you can be
absolutely,
easily forgotten, and it just seems very, let me check these boxes and
yeah,
not just free flowing.
right,
The whole point is to show people a new way of connecting through conversation. And you're right, I am there. And my whole goal is to meet everyone so that I can keep them in my mind. I'm still working on being good with names. But I remember faces and I remember what you do.
exactly,
And I get sparked. I feel my spirit spark, and I feel like a master connector sometimes, and being able to put people together so that they can truly live in their purpose
right,
and thrive and get uncomfortable together. And I want to attract introverts to come out more.
exactly,
That's my primary goal
right,
because our introverts can, you know, have anxiety, maybe be a bit afraid, a bit uncomfortable. Their batteries may need to be recharged. And I want to create a space where our introverts can come in and they know that everyone understands the assignment. Like,
and
we're
not
all
feel
here.
the intimidation
Exactly.
of the comparison of like, is my business on this level to be presented to someone else, when that shouldn't even be a feeling in a lot of spaces,
Right.
because you may have someone that has great ambition, great drive, have all the know-hows, but he's in because the way that someone else gives off a projection of them being on this level, that person never says nothing, but
Exactly.
they're one question away from being
Change.
changing their whole lives.
Yes.
So that's one thing that I've managed to my experience with the networking event at Bloom was I'm an introvert,
Yeah.
but through the networking event I was able to be, and it being in a social aspect, it made me comfortable to where I could just be myself. Let me talk. This is what I do. And it's not where I'm comparing my service to yours, or is my presentation, was it good enough or solid as the person that came. And so we let's restructure how we do the networking part. I think that
Yes.
that's what Inspired Atlanta is doing, is allowing, be transparent, be exactly who you are. If you got business and this is what you're intending to do, just be honest with it, transparent, and this is, and people will hear you. Hey, you'll actually get people that'll start communicating. We should do this and we should do that. As you said, you know, um, mindset diplomat. Oftentimes, he'll have people right then and there develop and have a podcast or video content creating right there with people that have come. So people are starting to naturally network with each other right there in that space.
Because
But
of
if you
that.
don't come, you'll never get that experience. So the next one at the end of the month, we need to see you there.
Yes,
You
the
know what I'm saying?
last Thursday of the month, 6 to 10 p.m. at Bloom Bar. They are going to be doing some redecorating on the patio.
Yep.
So the patio is going to be a vibe. Bring yourselves, bring your ambition, bring yourselves.
Yeah.
And come in just ready to meet people. You never know who you're going to partner with, who you're going to meet. It only takes one person to change your life.
And that's it. And be sure that you join the Discord and follow Inspire Atlanta on IG or pretty much any social platform if you find it.
Yes.
But definitely join the Discord because we are cultivating something exactly for y'all. We'll have Inspire Talk.
Yes, we have some cool things coming for
Cool
the Discord.
things.
If you don't know what Discord is, it's an app. It is like Slack. If you don't know what Slack is, it's just like a virtual community with multiple channels. Our goal right now is to simplify this channel and make it less overwhelming for newcomers and encourage connection virtually. So when people come in person to any of our events, they already know someone. So it's a great way to start off and getting to know people in the community. It's a great way to share resources, events. It's a great way to learn, stay inspired through fitness, wellness, learn more about finances. It's great. So definitely check it out. We have the link on our Instagram, Inspire Atlanta. Just click on it, join, and leave us your intro in the channel.
Exactly. Exactly. So you definitely know about the networking event, Bloom.
Yep. Two. So we did land a new event series, which I'm so excited about. It's called Vibe and Thrive, the link up. And this is for our 35
This is
plus
for mature.
people.
This is for the mature. You feel me?
We're gonna say grown and vibey,
You know what I'm saying?
People in Atlanta love music. We love to get our jam on,
Right.
do a little dancing. So I thought it'd be important to create a new atmosphere. Of course, we have our networking event that is consistent and doing well, but I want to present a new atmosphere that brings people together through music.
Nightlife.
Nightlife, but not very classy, done in a very classy and tasteful
Mature.
way, mature way. Starting off with some light networking and connecting, and as the night goes on, the volume goes up, and we'll be jamming to 90s and 2000s and dancing and just having a good time. Who knows? We may have some guest speakers, but this is in partnership with Apartment 4B. It's every third Wednesday of the month, starting on May 21st, with Khadijah Deshong as the host for the event. She's also the owner of Blush Baby, which is upstairs from Apartment 4B and specializes in makeup, all things beauty. Definitely got to check her out. But we're so excited to bring this to y'all. We
Yeah,
think
man.
that it's going to be a game changer.
needed this.
And we need it. You don't see,
We
we
needed
got to show
this.
some love to our more mature audience, and they deserve to have a safe space to come together and network and have fun with like-minded individuals.
We need to turn down a little bit. Turn down just a smidget. Because for me, being that, I'm gonna tell my age, approaching 49,
Wow.
you know what I'm saying? And I wanna go out. I wanna go hang out at spots. I wanna, patronize a lot of these venues here. And the thing that I realize is that none of the music fits my taste or my I guess you could say my age bracket in a sense. Well, then I
Yeah.
can't say my age bracket because that's my old cats that's still trying to act young. But it's social and it's real mature, and we emphasize mature because now there will be some age restrictions.
Yes, 35 plus.
35 plus.
Yes, I want to say that we're going to be strict on that, but I do want to keep it open to our old souls, our more mature, younger souls who want to come and vibe out. So feel free to come, but just know what the intent is behind it. and what we're looking to accomplish. And the whole beautiful thing about building a community is as we continue to grow, it takes all of us to build this community. I'm not doing it by myself. I'm so grateful for everyone that I have met that is a part of the community.
Mm-hmm.
But please bring a friend, tell a friend,
Tell a
can
friend.
help us build a community where no one feels left out and no one feels invisible, where they can come and they know people. If you're not from here, invite someone you just met so they can come out and meet some new people. That is the whole goal. So as we continue on and create more events in the series, when you come, you'll know people and it will be continuous and just continuous growth for everyone.
Right. And of course, with 4B being one of probably my favorite restaurants
Yeah, it's dope in there.
in Atlanta,
If you haven't been, it's really
just
nice.
the makeup itself, the ambiance, the mood,
It's urban.
the food, the people. It's one of those like it's we have to what I want to call it. We have to. It's a safe space.
Yeah.
You know, we need to hold it as one of the safe space where we come, no bull, no BS, because we know,
Good vibes only.
you know what I'm saying, good vibes only, good people, good natured people, conversation, intelligence, and have a sense of style.
You
We
know?
get back to putting on some clothes on.
Yeah,
It's
we
okay to
we
put some slacks
classy.
on and tucking your shirt in and
We
put
trying
a
to be
belt on.
chic and
You know,
classy.
you can put on some hard bottoms with loafers or something like that, or some
Yeah.
nice casual, sneakers or whatever. It doesn't all say, it doesn't have to be designer per se, as long as it look nice and mature.
Yeah.
Again, this is for the mature audience.
I'm
You know what I'm
so
saying?
excited
Oh
about it,
man,
y'all.
I'm ready to put some clothes on now. You know
So it's
what I'm saying?
perfect. So it's like the Wednesday before our networking mixer, which is
Yes.
great. So you want to come out after work that next Thursday and meet up with some of the people you may have met before. It's just completely different vibe. And that way you're putting yourself in different scenarios and different uncomfortable situations to grow.
And just meeting cool people.
Yes,
You know,
that's what it's all
I'll
about.
be there. You feel me?
Period.
You know what I'm saying?
Period. I like to try to be at everything. It's my intention so I can connect with people and figure out how to place them if I'm called to do so. It usually just kind of comes to me. So you'll see me there. I'm always happy to meet. I'm always happy to chit chat, especially if you come early before it gets busy. I'm there.
Right. And of course, it'd be a series of DJs. You know what I'm saying? Now, who's the DJ for the hour?
DJ Mia Capri, yes,
There
she's
you go.
fire. We are going to have a little sit down and talk about our strategy for the music. So just know that everything we are doing is intentional. We're not just throwing it together. We are really thinking everything
Right.
through and trying to provide the best experience
Yep. For the mature audience.
for
I
the
just have to
mature
I'm
audience.
sorry, I had to reinforce that.
It's
So
important.
so that's two.
That's two. Okay. So, a few other exciting things we have coming up. We are partnering with Chad Livesey Project, which I'm really excited about. So, if you haven't heard of Chad Livesey is all about street cleanup. So, we will be partnering with him in either doing some community gardening
Okay.
for some of the areas in Atlanta. I don't know if y'all know, there are food deserts out here.
Yes.
Food is needed, and there are community gardens to help and support those neighborhoods. So he does go out and help plant and clean up around the area. So we'll have some community service events coming up with Chad Livesey where we can get together and help beautify the city. It needs some love. So I'm super excited about this connection. I've known Chad and his wife Kendra Livesey for quite some time, and we're excited to get started. And we're hoping to grow our community service base and group here. So stay tuned for community service events.
Exactly. And I like that one in particular where I think in our mind we're confined to the look of what poverty is,
Yeah.
not realizing that's all a mental perception. All we got to do is just get out, make sure we maintain clean grass, keep the yard clean, or whatever maintenance in the community that need to be done.
Throw your
That's where
trash
we
away.
live.
Throw your trash in the trash, people. Not
Yeah.
out of your car windows. If you're at the park, don't just leave it on the ground. It affects everyone. Just please throw your trash
Right.
away. Keep our streets clean. Think of the wildlife.
And the kids,
And the
that way the
kids.
kids can every day they grow out, they don't have to see a vision of trash or just some somber thought of what the neighborhood is.
Yeah.
If we take time to beautify, whether it's, hey, I'm just gonna buy seed and just throw it out in it, regardless if it's the projects or not. This is our home. This
Yeah.
is where we stay, and we gotta take on that mentality of keeping it clean and manicure thing ourselves.
Yeah.
We don't have to wait for the city or whatever to do that.
Yeah.
I think that's something that, the elders and my grandparents, even if they stayed in the projects, they still had flower beds in front of the
Yeah.
building to beautify it.
Yeah.
So I don't have to walk out, see, you know, pot ran through holes or anything like that. I saw flowers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, which are, as you mentioned, the partnership with the cleaning up the community, these are things that we're going to advocate for going
Yes.
forward. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Which is
So,
so exciting.
yep.
Yeah, I just get hyped because partnering with them last year definitely changed my life. I mean, I don't really litter anyways, but now I'm like extra. Like if I see something on the ground, I'll pick it up. I wasn't
Right.
doing that before.
Right. No.
So
Do we have the contact information? Where?
the Chad Lipsy Project on Instagram and on LinkedIn. He posts several things. He's recently won an award. They're really incredible. Please follow them and stay tuned for some collaborations that we'll be doing on Instagram, letting you know about what
Right.
events are coming.
Definitely sign up. Definitely sign up and start to contribute. I think that instead of us waiting for other entities to come in and do a cleanup job that we could literally do ourselves, I think we Inspire Atlanta is in a place that we want to motivate people. Let's start paying attention to that. Let's clean up in front of our own yard, our own front porch, and our own street and our own neighborhood because we live there every day.
Every day.
So we might as well clean up our own house.
Yeah, let's do it. It takes all of
That
us.
takes all of us. Okay. All right. So there's three.
That's three. Okay, now we're all about community, y'all. We got our Discord, like we said. I'm going to have to mention Discord meetups. So we are going to start planning some more meetups for our Discord. So far, we have different groups forming within the Discord, people making friends and meeting out to eat, people going to parks, just doing various things. And we want to nurture that. So we've been discussing how can we nurture this? And Monte had a great idea, which I'm super excited about. Do you want to talk to everybody about Park and Play?
Yes. 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 Park and Play. Park and Play is going to be like a we. I want to don't want to call it a series. I want to just call it it's a community day where it's not based on partying or who looking fresh or this is you park and you play.
Yes.
Whether you're an adult or whether you're a child, adolescent, no matter the age.
Yes.
We're gonna take a day every weekend. Well, Saturday.
Saturdays.
We're gonna take Saturdays, in between noon and 4, because we understand you may want to have your nightlife or whatnot. But between noon and 4, noon and 5, bring your kids out. We'll have everything from volleyball, badminton, kickball. We even have small easels where you can, tabletop paint, sit. But we're outside as we used to. In my younger years, the family used to go to the park. Everybody was out there. Kids were having fun. Whether it was water balloons or bubbles, and you meet new people, you meet new friends, you meet new cultures, you meet different people from different background, and everyone is out there enjoying themselves as a human race.
Yeah.
As a human race, and it's community. So it was something that I've always done, even before it became uncool as of late. But now that COVID is over and we're back out, we have the opportunity to be back outside. I said, well, a great way to stimulate interaction, community, communication, bonding, and also exercise,
Yes.
fitness.
Very important, y'all.
So Park and Play is something that we're gonna roll out. I think the first day was May 17th, Saturday, and we're gonna do it at what is it
West Side Park.
West Side Park.
And keep
is,
in mind,
go ahead.
this is a Discord meetup. So you're not going to see it on Instagram. You'll want to join the virtual community
Yes.
to learn more about the event and come out. So we're planning on it starting small and growing into something
Right.
as we continue on.
So this is definitely Discord community related. Now, of course, if you're out there and you see the festivities and you see the enjoyment and the laughter and the fun, feel free to jump in. You know what I'm saying? Now it does come with you joining the Discord at that point.
We're gonna be like, did you join the
Did you
Discord?
join the
Have you
Discord? How
joined?
did you hear about it? Did you? So we want to make sure that we continue to grow that community in itself. So it's also, we'll say, Discord registration at the same time. But it's definitely going to be family oriented, definitely packed with some fun and other things that we may implement. You never know what we may have on a park and play day. So if you part of any organization or anything like that, feel free to partner up, collab, help us to grow it,
Yeah.
because we want to make this thing where we're back to really enjoying community and communicating and just loving our neighbor.
And the nature, it's just nature is so healing and so therapeutic, and just being out in the nature, bring enough to share with the person next to you, and just getting to know people in that atmosphere. I just feel like it's just a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And then even from that, we're hoping to even get more people involved with what we're trying to build with Inspire Atlanta. That's a little nugget for you to take. So definitely join the Discord. Definitely communicate with us. Um, Definitely hit Rebecca up for any type of interviews, things like that. Let's get involved. Let's collab. Let's continue to grow and continuously inspire Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yes.
know yourself, you had some people that needed the shout out. Y'all deserve to be given a shout out. So
Yes, I
Rebecca's
want to
going to
give
take it.
a special shout out and just highlight some of our supporters and what they have going on. So I want to start out with those Tech Women of Atlanta. They are having a What's Your Lane every month, I believe. What's your tech lane? So this group is all about bringing women in the community together who are in tech and thriving and wanting to either pivot, meet someone, connect. It's a bowling event. So check out Tech Women of Atlanta and their networking bowling event so that you can go and meet some like minded individuals in your field. Thank you for all of your support to this group. I think that it is much needed, and I'm really enjoying watching this group grow. Let me go ahead and pull out my little notes. But Tech Women of Atlanta, shout out to y'all. I got to shout out to Cereal Lab and our very own Cynthia Valcour. They are open
Yes.
for business. It's springtime. They have a food truck. So if you're planning your own event and it's kid related or family oriented or not, hire them. Check them out. Cereal Lab, they have a food truck that can come out, and she does amazing work.
It's a food truck ice cream truck.
Ice
Food
cream.
truck ice cream truck. So it's like a a mixture of both. So say for instance, we can't say it's an ice cream truck because it's technically like not like bars that you would you get from your average ice cream
Right.
truck. This is like an
It's like
upscale,
cuisine.
modernized. You can get your scoops, you can get your sprinkles, you can get some cereal, you can it's unlimited. So it's definitely fun. Um, and if you see it, definitely patronize it. You will enjoy the experience with Cereal Lab.
Yeah, she has a brick and mortar as well in Decatur. It is gorgeous. You can go get content with your kids. There are games there, and just go have a good time. Check them out, y'all. Check them out. I can't say it enough. It's worth it. So shout out to Cynthia Valcourt and the Cereal Lab. Also, if you're planning any trips this summer or this fall or this winter for your birthday and it's getting a bit stressful because planning can be stressful, reach out to your girl, Samara's Travel underscore on Instagram. Samara's Travel underscore. She has great deals, a great customer service. She's efficient. She's amazing. So check her out, follow her, shoot her a DM, and she can send you a package
Right.
of your choice, especially
No,
if it's a group trip.
no, I would say no matter the party size. You know what I'm saying? Like I've was in one group and planning. It was going to be beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to attend because of family reasons. But definitely the next trip, I definitely want to make sure that I'm there because it looked like they had a blast.
Man, we need to plan us an Inspire
We need an
Atlanta
inspired
cruise.
trip.
Take over the boat
Exactly.
next year. Okay, maybe sooner. Who knows? And I also have to shout out AGLMI. They are focusing on Mother's Day right now. Now, this group celebrates the strength and beauty of women who have been battered or are homeless. So it's a safe space. If you've struggled in life as a parent in any kind of way, I think that this would be very resourceful and just very confirming for you in your journey. I have been one of those parents. I have gone through some things, so I'll share my stories one day. But this is close to my heart, and I just really appreciate them for all that they do. Shout out to Ashley. And I got to shout out Indie High Radio. They do
Yes.
podcasts for creatives. So if you're out here creating music, artistry, and you want to get on the podcast, reach out to Donna or go to Indie High Radio on Instagram and shoot them a DM. They also have a networking event on the last Saturday of every month. And it's more than just a networking event, it's actually a showcase. So if you want to get out there and perform, that's the place to be. The room is
Yes.
really nice. It's a vibe. You won't regret it.
Exposure. Exposure.
Exposure.
Definitely hop on the podcast.
Yes. Last but not least, Engage Content Studios. Shout out to Shell and Mimi Warren Agency. They have their studio space in Gwinnett County, I want to say.
Yes.
It's a beautiful space. They have specials and deals. Definitely check out Engage Content Shoot Studios, and shout out to Pop and Create Content Studios in Marietta as well. If you're looking to do a podcast or a workshop, both spaces are great and on completely different sides of town for your convenience.
Right. And those are the sort of the partner um, locations. So if you're in those areas where you don't have to drive all the way to South Side, or drive from one part of the city to the other part of the city, you're now aware that you have locations, one in Gwinnett, one in Marietta, that you can actually network with, build in that community, and start some in that community with content creators, as well as partnering up with other ventures that can actually happen. It's time to network and build properly, create that infrastructure. I'm thinking that word again.
Period.
That word
And
again.
last but not least, I can't believe I'm just now mentioning this, but definitely partnering on Juneteenth. We are doing a pull up ATL series. Now, when I say we, I speak about my business
Pull
partners
up.
who I mentioned before. Pull up ATL concert series. This is going to be done on June 21st. You're going to start seeing me marketing it very soon. I am going to be a co host along with Byron. We bring in all the energy. We're also going to be sharing a little bit about Juneteenth and what it means. And here there'll be concerts. We're inviting all artists of all kinds to come out, and we're expecting this to be big, y'all, and something that is annual and recurring, and just shining a light on the beauty and creativity in Atlanta. It's a big, huge deal. So definitely stay tuned. Mark your calendars for June 21st, because we are not playing around. If you're an artist and you want to be highlighted, reach out. Go to Pull Up ATL on Instagram, and you can send a DM and let us know that you are interested in performing, and we'd be happy to send you the form to fill out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So excited. So many things. So let's not forget, back to school is right around the corner, y'all. Summer is right around the corner. So we definitely want to partner with That Mom and a few other nonprofit companies, or organizations rather,
Yes.
to do something for back to school. So that is
Yes.
also in the works as well.
Definitely in the field of education and things like that when it relates to our community, because we've seen some things this past few months where attempt to gut the education system, which is totally putting us in a position that it's going to rely on us. It's going to rely on the communities. It's going to rely on the parents to ensure that that child gets an education. So with
Yes.
Inspire of Atlanta, we want to make sure that we continue to inspire every student, every parent, every teacher, every principal to really hone in on developing our young youth, because this is the next generation,
Yes.
and they're going to be responsible for making decisions on the generation that follows them.
Yes.
So we want to make sure that they're getting a proper learning from us, education, the principles, the moral values, everything that needs to be reinstilled back into our educational system. We are here to do our part. So if you, any school organization, anything like that, if you want to collaborate with Inspire of Atlanta to help create this drive, and we can actually utilize some of our community people to help put bodies in places where we can get these supplies that these kids needs and things like that. So definitely hit us, DM
Yes.
us, tag us, whatever it
Yes.
may be. Even if if it's not you directly, but if you know someone, make sure that you make that connection with us so we can continue to grow.
Yes. 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 Please shoot us a message, DM. We're here to help. Be patient for the reply. We're here to help. And that's really it.
Yeah, man, and this is why I love Inspire Atlanta, because it keeps me inspired.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I have a purpose. I do
Yeah.
have a purpose. I have something to do. And this is the way that it should be done.
Oh, I'm honored. So,
Yeah, most deaf. You know what I mean? So definitely follow, join, refer, share, post, comment, all of the above. You know what to do when it comes to this. You know what I'm saying? Inspire Atlanta. Turn it over to Rebecca.
yeah, that's really it. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to be doing this monthly and just giving you some updates on what we're doing, what's going on in my career, what's going on with positive lifestyle, and just making sure that you're up to date. We want to shout out some of our business partners and supporters and just share more. So the whole goal is to share more. And with that, we'll leave you with a stay
And
inspired.
stay inspired.